那我呢，也是你恋爱路上的牺牲品吗？
大陸最強の剣士レオン参上。ここまで来ると運命さえも覆せる気がします。無駄な抵抗はするな。さあ決着をつけよう。貴殿の剣先の示すところ我が使命あり。大陸最強の剣士レオン参上。ここまで来ると運命さえも覆せる気がします。無駄な抵抗はするな。さあ決着をつけよう。貴殿の剣先の示すところ我が使命あり。大陸最強の剣士。
He is the one that everyone starters players dream hero. He is what defined the game Langrisser. You may not know him, but you definitely heard players one call this game Langrisser. And yup guys, he is finally back, and we are back with the legendary strongest knight of the land, the returning blue dragon as SP Leon. So right, he's back with more, and okay, it's good to see my man Leon, and look at him, he has like, oh dear, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. He do not have 8, but he has 10 freaking pack. It's not a 6-pack, it's not an 8-pack, it's a freaking 10-pack. And okay, ooh, yep, one of my favorite, and it's definitely my first SSR hero that I have managed to summon in Langrisser. Yep, so definitely kudos to Leon, and great to see him back. And yep, judging from the scars, the armor, and based on the backstory, especially for players who actually play through the Bond of Leon, I can't help but suspect that this is the actual Leon, or the form of Leon that come back after being summoned from by Luceris from the dark dimensions of Alhazard. Yep, apparently for players who are not sure about the backstory, some backstory is that Leon apparently towards the actual Langrisser 2 stories that under the original game, the one of the set ending they gave is after the defeats of Bernhard, that he at his weakened state, Alhazard go on a rampage. It goes out of control and create a dark black hole, vortex, or portal, and try to consume Bernhard and anything that is around him. It was at this time Bernhard asked Leon to survive and lead his countrymen. However, Leon, as a faithful knight, decided to stay alongside his king and walk with him into the dark dimension of Alhazard. And he's not only known as the strongest knight, but the most faithful knight. But at the same time, everyone call him a Tsanan, a ghost cheater, because he ditched and left Lana for Emperor Bernhard into the dimension, despite Lana plead to move on and live with her. So yep. And this is always a recurring joke of why Lana love and hate him at the same time. And of course, without further delay, before we carry on, the great thanks to information shared and provided by the Langrisser mobile and Monghuo Meizan So You. And yup, this part of video we finally talk about the actual talent, effect, and new exclusive skills of SP Leon, and watch to the end for the translation that I've done for you guys. Are you guys ready? Oops, sorry, forgot to toot. Let's get started. So this is the new horsey that Leon will be getting, and look at this vibe. It's the horse from hell, and when you think of hell, you think of El Hazard. Well, I'm not sure about you guys, at least for me. And looking at the left side plate armor of his design, it really reminds me of the armor that Bozo apparently is wearing. So yup, so without further delay, SP Leon's talent is known at rank 6, is known as the returning blue dragon or the returning green dragon. So apparently it's a, just quick sharing with you guys, it's a wrong translation from the Japanese side, because Leon is from the blue dragon, and in Japan, Qing, which is meaning green, it's blue at their side. So apparently it should be the returning blue dragon. So his talent are as follow: ignore skill cost. Oh my god, that's very cool. And then followed by damage deal increased by 30%, and physical damage the hero received will be reduced by 30%, but the effect will double when you initiate the attack. Ignore enemies' blockage on path and able to move 3 steps again after attacking, and then when you end your turn, cause or tiles that you have passed through to gain the special effect Hellfire. Hellfire is a terrain effect, so when enemies move on it, they will take the following effect. 1. They will take a fixed damage based on the caster attack times 1, and 2. They will obtain the debuff. Damage deal reduced by 20%. The effect will last for 2 turns. Or the terrain will last for 2 turns. So it's pretty cool, huh? So yep. Let us repeat again. So number 1, Leon will now ignore skill cost. And number 2, the damage he deal will be increased by 30%. Then physical damage that the hero take will be reduced by 30%. The effect will double when you're the one who initiate the attack, meaning the max will be 60% damage reduction. And I presume you will not have, or you will be able to survive when you clash with Lancer units. Then number 4, ignore enemies' blockage on path, and you will be able to move 3 steps again after attacking. Number 5, when you end your turn, cause or tiles you have passed through to gain terrain, special terrain effect Hellfire. Hellfire effect are as follow: when enemy move on it, they will take 1 time fixed damage based on the caster's attack, and they will obtain damage deal reduced by 20%. So the terrain will last for 2 turns. And that's it for Leon. So for his talent, it's pretty cool. They retain his so after we go through the skills too, the following is that Leon will be retaining his most of his old talent, while at the same time gain this new talent of ignoring cost, damage reduction, and giving terrain effect. So it's kind of like a combination of his own Leon and Helena's talent. So alright, the new unit he will obtain will be the steel hair werewolf. Yep, you're gonna call it. And this is further gonna improve his stats and increase his survivability from battling against Lancer class unit. Though to contrary to what some players suggest, that what he need actually is the Lady Dragon unit, that upon taking damage or after you deal damage, you'll be able to increase the speed or movement speed of your unit. So, well, you win some, you lose some. So, moving to exclusive skill 1. This is known as True Soul of Blue Dragon or True Soul of Green Dragon. Whoever read this. So the cost is 2, and this is the global command aura effect. So the effect are as follow. Oops, sorry, I went to the wrong one. This is the exclusive skill. One is known as Hellfire Trembles, my bad. So this cost is a 2C skill, has a CD of 3. The range is yourself, and the affected range is 2 squares or tiles. Okay, Hellfire Trembles, the effect as follows. Deal 0.33 times AoE damage to enemies, 2 squares or tiles around you, and then apply unable to heal effect to infantry units for 2 turns. And AoE terrain affected will gain Hellfire effects for 2 turns. So basically, this is a skill that is to put in effects to his talent. So this is pretty much like Helena's skills effect. So let's repeat again. Number 1, deal 0.33 times AoE damage to enemies, 2 squares or tiles around you, and 2, apply unable to heal effect to infantry's units only for 2 turns, and 3, AoE terrain area will gain Hellfire for 2 turns. So based on your skills area of effect, whichever skills that's gonna get blast by the AoE, they will gain the Hellfire effect, and then followed by his exclusive skill 2, which is the command aura True Soul of Blue Dragon or True Soul of Green Dragon. The cost is 2, is a global command aura effect. It's both a passive and a command aura effect. This is the first time I saw such effect. So we go to the passive skill first, and this is the one to help retain Leon's own talent. Each step you move, increase damage deal by 6%. The maximum is capped at 30% max. So moving to his command aura effect. So just for you guys know, apparently the passive is live last, but to make things easier for me, I'm gonna say his passive first, and now followed by his command aura. So when all cavalry or horse units will have their attack or intelligence increased by 15%, and when battling with Lancer soldiers, increase your attack further by another 10%. Then when battling with infantry, you will be able to attack first, and this explains why when you look at the trailer for SP Leon, he's fighting the infantry Elwin, and this is why he get to attack first. So in case you guys get overhyped looking at the animation, how it works, no. So yeah, just to explain to you guys that the reason he will attack first is because it only happens when you're battling with infantry hero, and it did states when you initiate and battle with infantry hero, you attack first. So it's not by the units, the overall units, but by the hero. And when Leon, where he's exclusive, all allies cavalry units movement will not be restricted by terrain. So a few points to take note before we summarize is that when Leon is battling with infantry soldiers, they do not say Lancer soldiers, not Lancer units. Only if the enemies bring the soldiers are Lancer soldiers, you will further increase your attack by 10%. and then if you initiate a battle with infantry hero, then you'll be able to attack first. So things to take note. So the increment of 10% is only affected when the enemy soldier unit are Lancer, and the attack first is only if your enemy's hero is infantry by default, but not by units, which means either way itself. So things to take note before you guys get overhyped about how overpowered or overwhelming he is. So alright, let's repeat again. For passive, so 1, each steps you move increase damage deal by 6% and max cap at 30%. Command aura effect. 1, when all cavalries, and do note that this command aura effect is global effect. So as long as you use cavalry or horse unit, you gain this benefit. So all cavalry horse units will have their attack and intelligence increased by 15%. 2, when battling with Lancer soldiers, increase attack by another 10%. And 3, when battling with infantry's hero, you will attack first. 4, when Leon wear his exclusive weapon, his exclusive items, all allies cavalry's units movement will not be restricted by terrain. So the last thing to take note is that the last part about unrestricted mobility due to terrain are all, it refers to cavalry units. So they write 部队, 部队 means units, so it can be your hero is horse, cavalry units, or the soldier you bring along is cavalry units. So it's pretty cool, and that's the only one to take note. And that's it for SP Leon. So what did you guys think? Is he great, normal, meh? Is he truly the returning of the blue dragon? What did you guys think? Leave it down in the comment section below, and stay tuned for the translation I did for you guys. Remember to like and subscribe, and thank you guys for watching. This is Kami. See you guys on the next video. Goodbye.